You ever notice how, no matter how late it gets, some lights in a city just never go out? That's where I was the night. Everything changed, mopping a floor in a glass tower at the edge of Manhattan. One eye on my reflection in the wax tile, the other on the kind of secrets only night shift janitors get to see. You know what I mean? I'd spent the last few years keeping my head down, raising my daughter, pretending that sweeping up after the powerful was enough. But the thing about secrets is they're messy, and somebody's got to clean them up. So, picture this, it's past midnight, storm clouds arguing with the city lights outside, and I'm half awake, pushing my mop past the server room. The doors cracked open, spilling light like a dare. I should have kept walking, but something in me, call it old instincts, just wouldn't let go. Suddenly, the security intercom barks, all sharp edges. Who's in the server room at this hour? My hands freeze. I glance at the computer screen. Somebody's trying to gut the company from the inside, code wriggling across the monitor, eating through firewalls, trying to erase everything from the IPO to the last cent in payroll. I'm not supposed to know how to fix that, but I do. I kneel down, type like my life depends on it, and just as the countdown's about to hit 0, 2 guards crash in, tasers drawn, shouting at me to back away. Unless you want to lose the whole company's future, I say, you might want to let me finish. Yeah, that happened. The code stops. The screen goes black. For a moment, all I hear is my own heartbeat. Then the rumors start to spread like fire in a dry field. The janitor hacked the system. By sunrise, everyone in the building knows my name, or at least the name they thought they knew. Jack Morgan. No college, no past, no LinkedIn, just a worn-out man fixing coffee machines and quietly raising a daughter. Meanwhile, 37 floors up, Elizabeth Monroe, CEO, all sharp suits and sharper eyes, is grilling her assistant. Who is he? Why do we only know he works nights and pays in cash? The truth? She doesn't trust heroes who mop floors. And who could blame her? This is New York. Nobody's here to save you. Down in the locker room, I'm replaying it all, not afraid, just haunted by the muscle memory of a life I left behind. 10 years since I coded like that. 10 years since Novodyne fell apart and Colin, my old partner, vanished, leaving me to carry the blame, the headlines, the lawsuits, the loss of everything but my kid. That's when Emily slips in, all 10 years old and way too smart, clutching a paper bag and her tablet. I filmed you, Dad. I know what you did. She wants me to show the world I'm a good guy. But I tell her, sometimes doing the right thing means you don't get applause, just peace of mind. She's not buying it. I get that. Not long after, Elizabeth comes for me herself, black heels stabbing the concrete, her presence radiating the kind of energy that makes even the machines stand up straighter. Why were you in my server room? She demands. I tell her, someone had to stop the bleeding. She doesn't believe a janitor could see what her IT team missed. I say, sometimes the guy cleaning up the mess understands how it started better than the one making it. For a moment, she almost softens, then that icy mask slams back down. That night, leaving work, Emily asks, who was that lady? I just shake my head. Someone who's about to find out I'm not who I look like. And for the first time in years, I feel something dangerous stirring like a storm I've been holding in my chest. At home, we sit in silence until Emily pipes up, do you ever miss the old days? I laugh, a tired sound. Sometimes I miss the guy I was when I believed in what I did. She asks why I can't go back. Because the world keeps doors open just wide enough to remind you you're not welcome anymore. She frowns. That's not the world I want. Kids, right? Sometimes they see clearer than we do. Back in her skyscraper, Elizabeth is piecing together my past. No records, no digital footprint, nothing. It's like I dropped out of the sky or had to run from something. Or maybe, as her assistant whispers, I'm protecting someone. That thought lodges in her mind, thorn sharp. She walks the company's hallway of heroes, stops at an old photo, me and Colin, back before it all went sideways. She whispers, God, you. But she's not sure if she means it as a curse or a prayer. The next day, word's gotten out. People look at me differently. Emily, of course, couldn't keep the secret. She sent the footage to just the right person. That's kids for you, loyal, fierce, occasionally reckless. Soon after, I'm summoned to Elizabeth's office. She knows now the Novodyne story, the scandals, the loss. She asks, "Why didn't you fight back?" And the truth spills out, I had a daughter to raise. The truth was too heavy to carry while holding her hand. She drops a bombshell of her own. Colin, my old partner, works for her. You still trust him? I ask. She doesn't answer, but the doubt's a crack in her armor. That night, watching Emily sleep, I decide, if I'm going back in, I'm doing it the right way this time. I dig out the old USB, the one I never could throw away, and plug it in. The line of code blinks at me. Legacy only ends when you let it. Maybe it's time to stop hiding. And just like that, we're off. I start digging into Argenteka's code, the old rhythms coming back. I spot the pattern. Someone Colin is inflating numbers, rigging the system. Elizabeth and I become unlikely partners, circling each other warily, both carrying old wounds. She admits she built the company to protect herself after losing her husband. I tell her, you can only build so many walls before you trap yourself inside. It's not poetry, just the truth. We set a trap for the shadow user a phantom account, erasing its trail every half hour. The bait is irresistible. The phantom bites. Suddenly, the hacker tries to trace me back. You know what? I radio to Elizabeth. I think the ghost just noticed the living. Now the real game's afoot. Elizabeth and I talk through the risks below the whistle now and lose the IPO, wait, and risk prison. She looks me dead in the eye and says, "You're the only person here who already lost everything and still showed up with integrity." That lands hard. You don't get speeches like that in real life. But sometimes you do. Days blur as the audit comes together. When we finally bring the evidence to the board, nobody wants to believe it. Colin's a legend, but code doesn't lie, and I show them how the machine's been rigged to cheat. Elizabeth backs me, even as the board protests. He's exactly who we need right now, she says. For the first time in a decade, someone believes in me not because of what I lost, but because I kept showing up. Colin can't resist a public showdown. We stage a live Q&A, cameras rolling, audience packed. He takes the stage, all smooth confidence, until I step out of the shadows. I lay it all out, the code, the theft, the betrayal. Elizabeth joins me, and together we end the lie. Security escorts Colin away. He tries to wound me with one last barb. You never understood power. I tell him, power without integrity is just theft. In the aftermath, the company's shaken but standing. Elizabeth asked me to stay to help build something real, something honest. I accept, but only if I can wear my boots to the meetings. Over the next year, the old order's stripped away. We turn empty conference rooms into innovation hubs, fill them with engineers and wild ideas. No titles, no uniforms, just belonging. Emily draws a picture of me with a mop and a sword. You're kind of like a superhero, she says. I tell her, not all heroes wear capes, kid. We start something new, not just a company, but a culture. One that's messy, raw, sometimes painful, but honest. Every so often, I get a note pinned to my desk. Truth doesn't whisper. It echoes. Kids come to Family Fridays. People call me by my name. For once, the past isn't an anchor, it's a bridge. One night, after all the storms, Elizabeth and I sit side by side on the rooftop, watching the city lights flicker like promises. She hands me a letter of appointment, Chief Steward of Human Culture and Ethics. I laugh. Is that a real title? She grins. It is now. I'm not the guy I was, and maybe that's the point. Redemption isn't a finish line. It's a choice you make every day to build something better, to show up even when it's hard, to tell the truth when it's easier to lie. If my story means anything, it's that the loudest heroes aren't the ones with the spotlight. They're the ones cleaning up, holding on, and believing in second chances, even when the world isn't watching. So, tell me, what do you think? Where do you stand on redemption, on justice, on second chances? Drop your thoughts below. I read every word. If you want more stories that remind us of the quiet heroes, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. There's always another chapter.